Observe the slight tremor in your hands or a fatigue that feels deeper than usual. Your body might be in a state of biological scavenging, breaking itself down to sustain the core. In biology, strength is a result of complex maintenance, and the most critical factor is detecting the shift before the system destabilizes. This isn't just about aging, but a crisis starting at 30, where the energy reserve is drained faster, and then the body can replenish it. Why does physical efficiency decline over time? The answer is hidden in the decay of the power plants inside your own cells. When biological mechanisms engage, welcome to Thanato Lab. Biological changes are never random, they are errors in molecular signaling, and if you understand this, you will see what your body has been trying to tell you. Part 1. The Protein Synthesis Crisis. Your body is a battlefield between anabolism, the building process, and catabolism, the breakdown process. Studies suggest that after 30, muscle mass tends to decline by 8% every decade, a biological depreciation affecting your mobility. It begins in the mitochondria, the cellular power plants. When efficiency drops, they leak free radicals that attack the surrounding proteins. Like a power station failing, this leakage slowly erodes the very structure of your home. At the limit of damage, the cell enters apoptosis, a self-termination system used to preserve the rest of the tissue. But when cells are cleared, your body may lack the raw materials to rebuild, and what fills that void might be more dangerous than you think. Part 2. The Silent Infiltration. As muscle mass declines, adipose tissue quickly claims the space, like weeds expanding in a neglected garden. Myosteatosis is the infiltration of fat into muscle fibers, significantly reducing the body's power and density. Research indicates these fat cells produce cytokines, inflammatory signals that disrupt the function of neighboring cells. This inflammation blocks insulin receptors, preventing cells from drawing glucose for energy. It's a vicious cycle. Less muscle leads to more fat, and more fat further disrupts muscle synthesis. The decay spreads to the motor neurons. The brain commands, but the destination does not respond, and this decline is moving toward the core structures that support you. Part 3. The Bone-Muscle Axis. In biology, muscle and bone are a codependent system. When one weakens, the other inevitably follows. Tension from the muscle signals the osteoblasts, the bone-building cells, to deposit calcium and maintain density. Without that pull, the body enters osteopenia, a thinning of the bone that makes your frame porous. Medical data suggests that low muscle mass is associated with a threefold increase in the risk of bone damage. A minor failure in a weight-bearing point could change your life forever, but there is a biological mechanism to reorganize this structure. The body has defenses against the accumulation of AGEs, sugar-protein compounds that make your tissues brittle. You are losing elasticity from within, but biology has a recycling system waiting to be activated. Part 4. The Natural Repair Mechanisms. We can stimulate autophagy, the internal cellular waste recycling system. Through the lysosome, the cell digests damaged proteins, turning them into new parts for structural repair. Studies show that physical resistance flips the PGC1-alpha switch, the manager of mitochondrial production. Hormesis, or beneficial stress, forces the cell to repair its DNA and strengthen itself. That muscle tension you feel is the signal for the repair crews to upgrade the system, but the response depends on internal chemistry. When the body receives leucine, the signaling amino acid, it triggers the mTOR pathway, the master switch for protein synthesis. It is the correct command to the system to restart the production of healthy biomass, but beware of the saboteurs. Part 5. The Hormone Saboteurs. Let's explore the chemicals stealing energy from your muscles while you aren't looking. Cortisol, the stress hormone, if high for too long, triggers the breakdown of muscle protein into emergency energy. Data suggests that just one night of poor sleep can disrupt muscle synthesis rates by 18%. Conversely, growth hormone is the maintenance engineer, released only during deep sleep cycles. Without rest, you allow cortisol to erode your cells without support, and one specific vitamin determines your stability. Vitamin D acts as a gene activator for type 2 muscle fibers, responsible for balance and speed. Reduced stability may begin with a molecular imbalance, and biological science always has a clear explanation. Part 6. The Biostatistic Truth. The data you are about to see is a roadmap to preventing the decline that can happen to anyone. Currently, 1 in 3 older adults faces sarcopenia, and most are unaware until the structural damage is done. Statistics show this condition is closely linked to glucose management, as muscle is the body's largest glucose storage tank. As the tank shrinks, the body loses control over sugar levels, triggering a chain reaction in the heart and blood vessels. The smaller your energy storage, the higher the risk to every other system. So let's look at the secret within a normal body weight. In women, the natural decline of estrogen can accelerate the rate of biological mass loss. Biology isn't cruel, but it operates on a different code, and the greatest danger is the risk you cannot see. Part 7. Sarcopenic obesity. A normal body weight can hide a massive internal crisis. If muscle is replaced entirely by fat, this collapses the basal metabolic rate, and even if you look the same, your internal engine is failing. Research links low muscle mass to reduced brain efficiency because muscle is a signaling organ. Myokines are molecules secreted by muscle to nourish the neurons. When muscle declines, the natural brain food disappears. Moving your body isn't just about effort. It's about sending nourishment to your brain, and are you ready for the recovery plan? Even your heart is a muscle. If the overall system declines, the pumping efficiency inevitably drops. Everything is connected, and what you choose today determines your biological status in the future. Part 8. Variables for mass synthesis. Let's study the factors research associates with cellular efficiency and balance. Protein pacing is the consistent allocation of raw materials to maintain a 24-hour synthesis state. Studies confirm that 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight is the amount positively associated with tissue balance. Proper meal timing combined with movement helps the body clear out the expired cells. It is the removal of obsolete parts to make way for a stronger system, and next, we look at the technology changing the rules. Supplementing with creatine increases ATP levels, the cellular backup battery ready for repair. Biological mechanisms are the most complex systems for delaying molecular decay, and are you ready to explore your potential? Part 9. The Molecular Future. In the near future, we may be able to tune the body's decline at the genetic level. CRISPR technology is being studied to balance myostatin, allowing for limitless tissue repair. Senolytics are being tested to remove the zombie cells that block the birth of healthy tissue. But while technology develops, your behavior today is the software that commands your cells right now. Don't wait for the system to fail beyond recovery. Every minute is a rewrite of your cellular script, so let's audit your status. Muscle contraction sends signals to flip the maintenance genes directly in the nucleus. You can choose whether this body is a monument to neglect or a masterpiece of understanding. A powerful circulatory system is the highway, delivering nutrients to revive the points of decay. If the highway is blocked, your body fails at the smallest level first. So let's check the flaws. Part 10. The Biological Audit. Let's measure how much of a rebuild signal you sent to your body today. 1. Protein levels. 2. Deep sleep for repair. And 3. Resistance to trigger the genes. Data confirms that balancing these 3 factors can lead to a biological age far lower than the calendar. In biology, this mass is your most vital energy reserve. Treat it as your most valuable asset. Your heart and brain will thank your efforts today, 20 years from now. The secret isn't in a pill, it's in the understanding of the mechanism, and we will learn together. Thanato Lab, the biology of impact.